Hello, everybody. It's Thursday, 15th of September, and today we are going to be working the whole body, of course, but we'll focus a little bit on the lower body. And by the way, for those of you who were interested, I started charting exactly how many calories that we were burning during the class. And on Monday's class, we burned or at least I burned personally, 250 calories. So I will also do it today. There will be a little bit more calorie burn today because the class that I've organized is a little bit tougher. So we'll start on our mats. Feet will be hip width apart, knees soft. And the first thing we want to do is to feel the ready state position. This position is where the feet push down into the earth and we feel like we're screwing our feet into the floor. It's the dialing out sensation that gets the legs to slightly externally rotate. It creates a nice little curve in our low back. The ribs lift, the shoulders open, the arms are down by our sides, and our chin is parallel to the floor. So we see at the horizon. The eyes are looking straight forward. Keeping this, I want to do a breathing exercise while standing. So make a fist with your hands and let your thumbs curl to the outsides of your fist. Take a deep breath in, raise your arms up over the shoulders, and as you breathe out, bring your arms down to the sides, feeling that ready state position again. Breathe in, raise the arms up over the shoulders. Breathe out and they come down by your sides, ready state position. Again, breathing in, and notice what this does to the core of the body. So between your hips and your ribs. Feel especially the front of the body. For me, it's tightening up, it's feeling strong, and it's feeling long. And again, breathe in. We're doing it slowly now, and breathe out. Now I'd like you to breathe in quickly and raise your arms. Here we go. And slowly breathe out. Lower the arms slowly. Good, that's it. Again. And slowly breathe out. Feel that there's that lift of the belly as you breathe out. Again. And coming down. We're really prepping the back and the body for movement. Again. Yes. Breathing out as you come down. One more time, ladies. Let's go. Breathe in and breathe out. Excellent. Bring your hands to your hips now. I'm going to turn to the side, and I want you to do a small squat so you get your knees and your legs prepped, and you rise back up to standing. Do that a few times. Small squat, rise back up to standing. Two more. Small squat, rise, and this time as you squat, slide your hands down above your knees. And we'll do standing cat and cow. Breathe out and round the spine. Breathing in, lengthen your spine, lift your chin. Breathing out, rounding. Breathing in, lifting. Couple more times. Breathe out, rounding. Yes. Breathing in, lifting. All right, staying here, keep the back long. Bring your right shoulder forward. Turn your head to look over your left shoulder. And we'll change. Come to center and turn. Look over the right shoulder. And change back to center. Here we go. Right shoulder forward. Look over your left. Back to center. Left shoulder forward. Back to center. One more time each side. Right shoulder forward. Back to center and left shoulder forward. Back to center, coming up to standing. Step forward and get to the front edge of your mat, and we're going to start our movement. Hands to heart center. Keep the chin lifted, And let's take a deep breath in, rise, raise the arms, stretching the whole body, and breathe out. Elbows come to knees. Even when you do this, your hips go way back. So the knees don't come forward, they go way back. Hands come to the floor, and let's step back. Right leg, then left leg to a plank position. From the plank position, lower your knees softly and lower your chest softly. Point your toes, lengthen out your legs. Rise to a small cobra. Bring your chest back down. Push up onto your hands and knees first. Let's do a side stretch. Right hand off the mat, left hand on top. Hips go back. Then left hand off the mat, right hand on top. Hips go back. Coming back onto the mat. Tucking your toes, rise to down dog and begin pedaling your feet. Just pedal softly, moving right and left knees, the hips go side to side. Then looking forward, step first, right leg, then left. You sort of inchworm your way forward. Bend your knees, getting into that squat. Hands to thighs. Rise up in the squat position. Raise your arms up. Breathing in, elbows come down to the sides in the cactus. Breathing out, that's it. Breathe in, rise with the arms. Breathing out, cactus. Once more, rise, cactus, and come all the way up to standing, arms stretched by your sides. Good, ladies, same thing, hands to heart center. Deep breath in, let's rise. And we fold, elbows come towards the knees, hips go way back. Stepping back to a plank position, start left leg this time. Left, then right. Lower your knees, lower yourself down. Pointing your toes, lengthen your legs, rise to a little cobra. Come up onto your knees only. Left hand off the mat, right hand on top, press the hips back. Coming back up, right hand off the mat, left hand on top, press the hips back. Coming back onto your mat, tucking your toes, lift your knees and your hips, and pedaling the feet right and left. Then the left leg steps forward, you inch your way forward until you're at the front edge, knees bend, hands to thighs. Come up to the chair, raise your arms, stretching, bring them into cactus. 3. Raise the arms into cactus. 2, that's it. Raise your arms and into cactus. 1. Coming up to standing, arms stretched by your sides. Okay, we'll do the same thing. We'll take out the side stretches. We'll go a little faster. Hands to heart center. Let's go. Deep breath in. Folding forward. As you go faster, be sure you've got good form. Step back to plank. Move down. Point your toes. Find the good form. Rise to cobra. Taking out the side stretch. Come straight back to down dog. Begin pedaling your feet. And then stepping your feet forward. Inchworming forward. Hands to thighs. Lift. Arms up. Pull down. 3. 2, 1, all the way up to standing, hands to heart center, going again, deep breath in.
The magic that you've heard
Folding forward.
about is real, and it starts with
stepping back to plank. Good, move yourself down. Pointing your toes, rise to cobra. Down dog, pushing straight back. Good, and begin pedaling your feet. And stepping forward, go slowly forward, knees bend low, lifting up into a chair, pulling down 3, 2, 1, all the way up to standing. Okay, we're gonna add on to this, hands to heart center. Let's go, ladies. Deep breath in, folding forward, stepping back, getting into plank. Lower your knees and give yourself 1 push-up. chest to floor, and push back up. All the way down, pointing your toes, lengthen your legs, rise to a cobra. Down dog. Okay, from down dog, raise your right leg, push the heel to the sky, and bring the knee in towards the chest. Back up to the sky, bring it towards the right elbow. Back up, you breathe in, out towards the chest. In, out towards the elbow. One more time. Up towards the chest. Breathe out. Up and towards the elbow. Breathe out. Raise the leg again. Swing it halfway up the mat. Halfway up. Walk your hands back. Hands to the front thigh and you lift up. You're in a lunging position now. Bring your hands to your hips. Sink back as if you're going to sit on your back heel and lift back up. We sink. 3, 2, protecting the front knee especially. 1, kick your left foot forward to step forward to the front edge of your mat. Arms down by your sides, and we do that again. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in, let's rise. Folding. Stepping back to the plank. Lower the knees, 1 push-up. All the way down. Cobra. Down dog. Left leg lifts. Here we go. Breathe out, bring it into the chest. To the elbow. To the chest. To the elbow. One more time, to the chest. To the elbow. Swing it halfway up the mat. Walk your hands back. Hands to the thigh. Lift the chest. Now bring your hands to your hips. Sinking your hips back, it will only create a 90-degree bend in the back leg as well. Lift back up. And again, sinking back. Lift back up. 2 more. And 1 more. Lift. Kick the right foot forward, left foot forward, arms stretched by your side. We're gonna do 2 more rounds, ladies. Stick with it. Hands to heart center. Deep breath. Folding. Stepping back to plank. Lower your knees, 1 push-up. All the way down. Cobra. Down dog. Right leg lifts, knee into the chest, knee to the elbow, knee to the chest, to the elbow. 1 more time, to the chest, to the elbow. Halfway up your mat, walk your hands back, hands to front thigh, then your hands to your hips. Let's do 5 of these deep lunges. 5, hips go back, strengthening the legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Kicking off, step forward, perfect posture, ready state position. Good, hands to heart center. Last round, deep breath in, folding, stepping back. Lower the knees, 1 push-up. All the way down. Cobra. Down dog. Left leg lifts to the chest. To the elbow. To the chest. Elbow. 1 more to the chest. To the elbow. Halfway up the mat. Walk your hands back, hands to front thigh, then to the hips. Here we go, sinking down. 5. Hips go back like a squat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick off and stepping forward. Find yourself front edge of your mat. Set your right hand on your chest, left hand on the belly. Take a few deep breaths here and just check in. Check in on how you're feeling. You could have your eyes closed or open. Just calm the heart rate. A few deep breaths. Bring your arms down, and we're going to step one leg back so that you're on the length of your mat, and then you can see your device. Doesn't matter which way, which leg is back, okay? So we're going to work both legs. Toes are pointed out to the side. Now remember how we looked at the squat. That squats have the hips go way back, so the knees do not come forward. They go back. That is called a sumo squat. Bring your hands to your heart center and clasp your fingers together, all of them except the index and the thumb. This is Yoni Mudra, very strong power mudra. While we sink down into that deep sumo squat, I want you to raise your arms. Slowly lift back up. Good. So we're going to breathe in. We raise the arms, hips go way back. Breathe out, bring your hands back down in front of your heart center. Yes. Breathe in, we sink back, strong muscle control. Breathing out, we rise back up. Breathing in. Breathing out, we'll do two more. Breathing in. Out. Last one, and you stay in the squat. Stay in the squat. Hold it here. Raise your left heel. Lower it to the floor. Hold here. Raise your right heel. Lower it to the floor. Strong work, ladies. Hold it. Left heel. Right heel. Oh my goodness. One more time. Left. Keep sinking down. Right. Yes, good. Hands to your thighs. Whew. Pulse here. 8. Hips way back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Looking good. 2 and 1. Let's come up to standing. Hands to your hips. Bring your feet parallel. Move your hips from side to side to relax. Good job. All right. Turn your toes back out to the sides. Sink back down into that sumo squat. Set your right elbow to your right thigh and raise your left arm to the sky. If this is easy and you'd like to go farther, bring that right hand to the floor, to the inside of your right foot. Sinking the hips far back. Hold it here. Look to the sky and hold 3, 2, 1. Keep your knees bent as you raise your upper body, stretching your arms out to the sides. Lift the hands and we pulse. 5, 4, sink down, down, down. 3, get strong. 2, 1, up to standing, hands to hips. Let your hips go side to side to relax. Good. Sinking back down, ladies. We set our left elbow to the left thigh, right arm up to the sky, looking up skyward. Open the chest to the front. Sink your hips down. If it's too easy, you want to go farther, bring the hand down to the inside of the foot. Keep looking to the sky, holding. 3, 2, 1. Use your legs, lift your upper body, keep your knees bent. Bend your elbows. And we sink and we pulse. Here we go. 5, 4, get down low. 3, 2, 1. Up to standing, hands to hips. Let your hips go from side to side. Good job. Okay. Turning your feet forward so they're parallel. Lean back, squeezing your glutes. Open up your chest. Let your head go back if it's comfortable. Opening the front of the body, letting the hips stretch out at the front. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out, and we'll lift and lower the hands to the earth. Open your feet as wide as possible for you. Be sure you stay on the mat so there's no slipping. You could set your hands flat, or if you can get there, bring your elbows down. Hold, relax the neck, breathing. Setting your hands down, walk your feet in a little bit, bending your knees, set your hands to your thighs, and roll up to a standing position. Now, at the length of your mat, send your right foot back a little bit, keep your left foot forward, and we'll simply turn to our right. Chest is lifted, the back heel is lifted. I want you to sink down as if you're going to set the knee on the floor and rise back up. Okay, let's do that 5 times. 5, 4, controlling the distance of how low you go, listening to your joints. 1 more. Now, come down low, lean your body forward, and I want you to step the left foot forward and then step it back. So we're working primarily the front leg. Here we go. Step it forward and back. We do 10. Keep that front knee bent. 8, 7, keep it bent. Should be burning soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the foot back, turn forward, hands to the thighs, and just rest for a moment with the chest away from the hips. Good. Come up to standing. Move the hips again from side to side. This time the left foot steps back, right foot steps forward a little bit, and we turn to our left. So the left foot is pointing straight forward, right foot as well, but the heel is lifted. Hands to hips, let's go. Lower down as if you want to touch the knee and lift. Good. Keep the chest lifted as much as possible. Keep the belly in. Feel like your hips are squeezing towards each other. 3, 2, 1. Now stay low. Keep that front knee bent as we step the right foot forward. Tap and back. Tap forward and back. Keep that knee bent. Tap forward and back. And you can do the running along with it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the leg back, turn forward, hands to the thighs, and rest for a moment. Good job. Coming up to standing, stepping your feet in at hip width, toes pointing forward. Clasp your hands together as we did before in that power mudra. Sink down into a squat. Remember, the hips go back. And get your elbows between your knees. Lift your head, and it's like the skiing position. Hips way back. Push your elbows to the inner thighs and resist with your knees pushing inwards. Nothing moves, there's just a resistance there. And we hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up to standing. Whew. Kick your right foot up behind you. Grab a hold of the ankle. Raise your left arm to the sky. If you'd like, bring the left arm behind the head and just add in a little stretch of the triceps. We'll release. Kick up your left foot, grab. And if you wish, right hand behind the neck and the upper back, adding in the triceps. And we release. Okay. Last standing position. Feet hip width. Slide your hands down to the outsides of your knees. Hips are back, just in that same squat position. Pressure against the outer knees, and your outer knees resist. Hips way down. Lift the chest as much as possible. So, if possible, the head and chest are above the hips. And you've got that resistance, holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back up to standing. This time, kick your right foot up, grab a hold of the ankle, raise your left arm, and we take dancer's pose. Lifting the leg behind us, opening up the chest and the front body, as well as the fronts of the hips. 3, 2, 1. Come on down and change legs. Grab a hold of the left ankle. Right arm up. Push the foot into the hand. Lift and open the chest. Breathing. Set your gaze at one point. Stay calm. And come on down. Good. Our last posture, standing. Right knee bends. It's like the dessert now. You're at the ankle, the knee, or the inner thigh. Tree pose. Raise the arms in a V. Lift your chest, lift your eyes. Breathe deeply and slowly. Good. Hands to hips. Lower the leg, and we change. Left knee bends. You're at the ankle. If you're at the kneecap, the heel is higher than the kneecap, please, or the inner thigh. Arms up. Lift your eyes and focus on one point. Good job. Hands to hips. And lower down. Well done, ladies. Let's come to the front edge of our mat. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in. Stretch skyward. And we fold and get into, of course, our plank position. Flatten out the belly in plank. Lift your chest forward. Lift your head. Hold here. And maybe, if you want to take it farther, open the right leg, open the left leg. Bring the right foot back in, left foot back in. Start with the left now. Open left leg, right leg. Left foot back in, right foot back in. Right leg, left leg. Right foot in, left foot in. Left leg, right leg. Left foot in, right foot in. Last set. Right, left, right, left, left, right, left, and right. Lower your knees, lower yourself to the ground. Good job. Woo, hands under the forehead. Move the hips from side to side to relax and just to let go. Good. All right. Lifting your head and chest. Let's bring our body up onto the elbows. Push down through the elbows, lifting your chin, getting into Sphinx pose. If at any point you feel there's too much compression in the low back, open your elbows a bit to come down. It may also help to push your tailbone away from your back, so towards your heels. That helps to decompress as well. If it's super easy, you want to go farther, come up onto your hands and we hold. Breathing deeply. Lower your elbows and come all the way down, moving the hips to relax. Good. Okay. Let's come back up onto the elbows and get a good stretch of the quadriceps. So bend your right knee and grab a hold either of the ankle. You could grab your pant leg, or you could just have the right knee bent and hold it there. Get it into a position where there's no pain, please. If you've got the foot or the ankle, pull the heel towards the hip, and we hold here. Coming back down, hands under the forehead. Move your hips from side to side to relax. Lifting up, let's do the other side. Coming up onto the elbows. Left foot comes in. Grab a hold, either of the foot or the ankle. Pull the heel in towards the hip. We hold it here. Breathing deeply. Coming back down, hands under the forehead, moving the hips from side to side. Okay. Lift your head, bend your knees again, touch the heels together, toes pointing out to the sides. Elbows at 90 degrees in a cactus position. Lift your head, chest, shoulders, and your knees. Peel your thighs off the ground as much as possible. Hold here, it's parachute position. Breathing deeply. Come on back down, hands under the forehead, move the hips from side to side. Good job. All right. Last position, our bow position. See if you can just grab the heels or touch the heels rather than grabbing the ankles. Deep breath in, push the heels into the hands, open your chest, holding and breathing. One more deep breath in. Come on down, hands under the shoulders, push up onto the hands and knees. Bring your hands off the right hand side of the mat, press your hips back. And change, hands off the left hand side, press the hips back. Okay. Bring your knees to one side and let's sink down onto one hip, stretching out the lower arm under the head. Knees are bent, one hand out in front of you. Stretch your top leg, turn the toes down. And we're going to pulse the leg up. So you lift 10, 9, you're getting that outer hip, 8. It's also getting the outer leg, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg up and press now with the heel as if you're pushing the wall. 10, 9, get the leg up as high as possible. 8, 7, 6. You should feel the burning on the outside of the hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg up there. Roll back a little bit. Stretch your bottom leg out and touch the feet together. Hold them there. Hold the belly in tight. Lift them as high as possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs back down, knees bend, lift from the side. Take your top leg, cross it over the lower leg, grab a hold of the knee, and get into a spinal twist. Turning your shoulders, your head, go as far as possible. If it's too much for the knees to have the knees bent, you could have the lower leg straight as well. It's just as good. All right. Let's release, uncross, and change sides. Bring the other arm down, the head on top of the arm. Top arm forward, fingertips touching the floor. Knees bent for the moment. Stretch out your top leg, turn the toes down. Here we go, lifting. 10, pulse it up. 9, so important for the health of the hips as well as the knees. It also works the low back. It's just a big bonus. All of these exercises. 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg up and we press like we're going to push the wall away. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. That's good. 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg up there. Roll back a little bit so that you're on the outer hip and you stretch the lower leg out as well. Pull your belly in. Now we're working the core as well as the outside of the leg. A little bit the psoas. And we hold it here. This is a yoga posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the legs. Ooh, bend the knees. Roll onto your, lift up from the side. Take that top leg, cross it over. You could have the lower leg straight if you prefer. And we take the spinal twist. Deep breathing. Good job. Okay. We'll unwind, uncross the legs, and we'll roll softly onto our backs. Very slowly down. Okay, with the bridge sequences, we want to work the legs in a 360-degree way, okay? So first, we're going to start with the backs of the legs. These are the hamstrings. Walk your feet away from you, heels into the floor, head is down, lift your hips up. This is engaging right away the backs of your legs. You should feel it. If you don't, start pulling your heels towards your hips. You'll feel it even more. If you want more, raise your right leg, bring it down, raise your left, bring it down. Remember, none of these should cause pain. If you feel pain, go back to the previous exercise, okay? Which is just keeping the heels down and lifting the hips a bit. Good. If you're lifting the knee, lift one more right and back down and the left. All right, let's lower the hips down. Lift your legs. Grab behind the thighs and pull the knees towards the shoulders. This is happy baby pose. We'll hold for a moment just to release a bit the hamstrings. Now bring your feet down. And we're going to work the legs. It's going to be the quadriceps now, the glutes, and the inner thighs. While we work the inner thighs, we're going to take advantage and work the perineum as well. So lift your hips up halfway to your maximum. Breathe out, pull the perineum in, up, and squeeze your knees together. Breathe in, open your knees. We're going to do 10 of these. Let's go. Breathing in. Another 6. Another 3. Last one, make it count. Bring the hips down. Now we bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. We're in a reclining butterfly position just to stretch out the inner thighs a bit. You can let go of the work for the moment. And this is the perfect position that we move into frog bridge. Frog bridge helps to work the external rotators of the thighs, as well as the glutes and a little bit the belly, the core as well. So press the soles of your feet together and lift your hips now. You'll see you won't be able to get up very high. That's normal. Here we go. We're going to press up in little pulses. 10, 9. Feel how it works. Lower belly. Whole bunch of the structures all around the hips and the legs, as well as the thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hips back down. Good. Lift your knees up. Now keep your knees together, bring your feet apart, and just rest for a moment. We're just going to let go. Bring your knees apart now, feet at hip width, elbows pressing into the floor. Open your chest and lift your hips up. Now we're in our high yogic bridge. Okay. We're going to pulse first with both feet down, then we're going to raise one leg. So let's get ready. We're going to pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7. This is working quadriceps and glutes primarily. A lot of other deeper core muscles are working here too. 3, 2, 1. Walk your feet in towards each other. Raise your right leg. Knee stays bent. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Yes, good work. Hang on to it. 2, 1. Straighten the leg. And we keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the foot back down. Reset your feet and pulse up, both feet on the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Stick with it. It really works the glutes. You're going to feel them tomorrow. 3, 2, 1. Left knee up. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. If you're feeling the back, don't go as high. Keep the hips lower. Good. 3, 2, 1. Straighten the leg. We're almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, this is so good. 6, 5, 4, 3. Good. 2, 1. Bring the foot back down. Lift your hips up as high as possible. Raise your arms over your head. And now we mobilize the spine by lowering the hips slowly. See if you can get one vertebra at a time to touch your mat. The low back is the hardest part. See if you can really pull the belly in to get the low back touching. And once everything is down, separate your feet as wide as your mat. Let your knees fall to the right. Keep reaching behind you and just take deep, slow breaths. Gently just letting go. Good. Raise one knee at a time. And we'll change sides. Let your knees go to the left. Reach your arms far behind you and hold. Raise your knees one at a time. Right knee first, left knee follows. Softly lift your knees up to your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees and rock softly from side to side. Good. Yeah. That feels great. Nice and easy. All right. Keep your right knee up against your chest. Stretch your left leg out onto the floor. Make a nice big circle with your right foot. To relax, let go, let the foot move easily. Change the direction of the circle. Let's flex the right foot and stretch the right leg to the sky, keeping that curve in the low back, just a little curve. That's what's going to help to stretch really the back of the leg. This is where it's a truthful stretch. Because I could do a fake stretch of my back leg and let my low back round and pull the leg as far as I can go, which is, pretty far. But in fact, it's not stretching more the back of my leg, it's stretching my back. I want to keep the curve in the low back. It takes the leg almost perpendicular to the sky. And then it really just stretches from the heel all the way to the attachment of the hamstrings. Rounding the low back might be an advantage for mobilization, but with a deep stretch and holding the back round, there's not much advantage to that, okay? And in fact, for some people who have sensitive backs, it can injure their back. So keeping the curve is better. Let's release and cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Grab around both thighs if possible, or just one thigh, and pull the knees. They should go towards the shoulders, okay? Not out to the side, but more towards the shoulders. And you keep that curve in your low back, and you'll feel the deep stretch deep into the hip, which is where we want it right now. Keep the legs crossed, bring your left foot to the earth, and let your knees fall to the left. Right arm out to the side, look to your right hand. And again, we take deep, slow breaths here. We get that release in through the hip all the way down, through the IT band. And we're going to stretch the quadriceps again. Roll to your left-hand side. Grab a hold of your right ankle. Flex the foot and push the knee behind you. So this is a good, soft and safe stretch of the quadriceps. And we're stretching them a lot because our quadriceps tend to shorten throughout the day. It's nice to get a lot of good stretches of the quads here. Roll back onto your back. Bring both knees up to the chest again, and we rock from side to side. So here we're rounding our back and we're massaging it at the same time. And here it's actually a good little dynamic stretch rather than a passive static stretch on your low back, right? That's why we want to keep curve in the leg stretches. Bring your right leg onto the floor now. Keep the left knee up at the chest, big circle with the foot, releasing any tension in the foot or the ankle. Change the direction of the circle. And flexing the foot, let's stretch the leg straight or as straight as possible and pull the leg towards us. Again, keeping curve at the low back. It's going to help you find that deep stretch from the back of the heel to the back of the hip. And that's what we want here. Releasing this, let's cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Grab around both, pull the knees in towards the chest. Keeping that curve in the low back, it's going to give you a deeper stretch in the hip. Right foot comes down to the earth, and we'll let our knees fall to the right, stretching your left arm out to the side, spinal twist. Keeping the legs crossed is going to get you deep into that IT band. Rolling onto your right hand side, right arm underneath the head. Grab a hold of the left ankle, push the knee behind you for that final quadricep stretch. Then bringing the knee to the shoulder, we'll roll onto our backs. Again, knees up against the chest, just rock a bit from side to side. And then stretching one leg at a time onto the mat. We'll set our hands on our tummies, taking some deep, slow breaths in and out of the tummy. If you need to make any minute movements to get comfortable, you can do that now. And begin relaxing your hands and your feet. Your legs and your arms. Your hips and your shoulders. The back. The tummy and the chest. Relax the throat and the jaw. The neck. All of the muscles in the face and in the head. And if your state of relaxation right now is at 10, see if you can lower it down even more deeply into relaxation. Bring it to a 5. Bringing it down even deeper into relaxation to a 4. Even deeper into a 3. More deeply to a 2. And finally, to 1. Stay at 1 for a little while. Slowly start coming back, taking a few deep breaths, and begin moving your fingers and your toes. Moving your hands, move your feet, your legs, your arms. Stretching your arms up over your head. Reach from fingers to toes. Good. And then bring your knees up to your chest. Good. Rocking a little bit. And then roll to your right hand side. Place your hands down and push up from the side. Well done. Good. Let's rub our hands together. Bring your hands over your face, gently tapping around your eyes and shake out. One more time. This time, bring your hands just underneath the skin, the skin around the eyes, which is very, very sensitive. Bring your hands just underneath it, and we're going to work the muscles there. I want you to squint your eyes, and you pull gently against those muscles downwards, and then release. This is like weightlifting for your cheeks. Let's go again. Squint, and lower. 3 more times. Squint. Feel like you're pulling down a bit and lower. Squint, pull down a tiny bit and lower. Last time. Squint and lower. Good. Take your hands and rub from your nose out to your ears 3 times. 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the heart center. Have a lovely afternoon and a nice end to your week, ladies. Namaste.